Wow. We're going live across YouTube right now on this Monday evening. Hello, good evening. Thank you so much, everybody, for being here on this Monday evening. We're going live across YouTube with the first GFS Ensembles Watch of the season. And I can see that I've got the ensembles. I've spelled ensembles wrong, haven't I? In the title. Oh, Jack, it's been a crazy evening getting everything set up. I will fix that at the end of the live. It's been a crazy evening this evening. Work has begun on the Christmas Day historic video. So, yes, if you're waiting for info about the Christmas Day historic video, then work has begun on that, and I've been beavering away, you know, doing a bit of recording for that this evening, and I should have done that before I go to be live streaming. So it's all been a little bit crazy, it's all been a little bit manic, but never mind, we're here, we're live on YouTube right now. Thank you so much, everybody, for being here. Just say on the historic video, by the way, it's going to be all February 2nd, all Candlemas days. That won the poll. In the end, quite convincingly. I was a little bit surprised. I thought Valentine's would probably win it, but in the end, it turns out that 56 to 44%, I think, wanted to see all February 2nd, all Candlemas Day data. And so that's what we're going to do. That's what we're going to do for the Christmas historic video. More about that a little bit later on. Oh, wow. Well, let's get it done, shall we? Darth Vader has arrived! Thank you so much, Darth Vader, for checking in to our live stream. That's absolutely incredible. Thank you so much, Darth, for being here. Right, so doing Ensembles Watch live. So we're going to go through all 30 members of the GFS Ensembles, see what they're showing for Christmas and also for the new year too, and we'll have a look at the rest of the 12Z data as well. We'll probably throw in a little bit of long range, as it is a Monday live stream, so we're going to do a little bit long range somewhere along the way. It's all going to be great, it's going to be epic. That's coming up from around 6:30. No, that's coming up from around 8:30. What am I doing? What's he doing? I don't know what I'm saying. It's going to be an interesting live stream, this. My brain is frazzled, I have to say. So, no, that'll be coming from around 8:30. Before then, I'll go through the live chat. I'll shout out as many of you as I can, and take some questions along the way too. It's going to be great. It's going to be epic. Please smash that like button, everybody. Let YouTube know that you are enjoying rising. James Young, Gaz on automated mode, lol. I am. I just had it. I've had it, really. And we're only like 5 minutes into the live show. I don't know what's going to happen by the time we get to 9 p.m. If everyone say thank you to our moderators, that'd be lovely. Everybody say thank you so much to Paul James and to James Young, SB as well. So everybody say thanks to the moderators. That would be lovely if you can all do that. Oh, I see the Emperor is here. We've got Palpy is in the live chat. Goodness gracious me, I don't know, do you? Makes a new turns up, innit? The dark side is a pathway to many abilities some consider to be unnatural. Yes, wow. Palpy. Thank you to Emperor Palpatine for checking in. Woo! Woo! Right, let's have a look, Ben Show. Let's have a look. Right, so first person in, 74 concurrent viewers, by the way, with 26 thumbs up. So you could smash the like button and let YouTube know that you are enjoying this live stream. That'd be fantastic if you could all do that. Thank you so much, everybody. Right, first person in with us was Mikey Rawcliffe. Good evening to Mikey. Thank you so much, Mikey, saying hello, Gavin, everyone. Hope we're all well. Looks like I'm first, though. You was first in. You was first in with us, Mikey. Congratulations, my friend. I'm good. Thank you so much. I hope you're okay. Katrine is here. Katrine Baser. Good evening to Katrine. And good evening, Gav. I hope you have a good Monday. I've been Christmas shopping today. I've been doing videos. I've been working on the Christmas historic video. So, yes, you know, I've had a busy day of it. And now I'm live streaming on this Monday evening. Thank you so much, Katrine. All right, buddy. Sorry, we have live stream without a cough. Got a little bit better than it was like at the end of last week, but I've still got it a little bit. Mark Kanish, evening Gavin, with the cold weather mostly going the Atlantic strong again. To get it cold, do we now need a sudden stratospheric warming? Not necessarily, no, we might continue to see without a decoupling of the stratosphere and the troposphere that's allowed us to get a blocking air of high pressure, you know, in the troposphere. So, despite having a cold stratosphere, we might get that decoupling. That decoupling might continue, you know. So I would not necessarily say we've got to have a sudden stratospheric warming to get further cold weather. Right, okay, let's have a look. Shiram, even Gavin, how do you see January? Could it be very cold today? We did not rule that out in our winter forecast, but it wasn't what we predicted. What we said is that we're probably going to have like a front-loaded winter, quite cold early on in winter. I think that's verified up to this point. Quite cold early on in winter. May fade out a bit around Christmas, but perhaps come back towards New Year, early January, but the trend as the winter goes on probably takes us towards milder conditions through the second half of the winter, particularly so in February. We did say that January could well come out as the coldest month to average, so that's something to watch out for. We haven't predicted like a severely cold January, but we did say that if we get a sudden stratospheric warming, you know, because there's a predisposition this winter to a little bit of blocking, then we could, you know, lock it in if that was to happen. So I think for January, I would suspect there are going to be further cold periods into January, especially in the first half of the month, I would have thought. Maybe a little bit less so later on. But I think especially the first half of January could be prone to more blocking and more cold outbreaks. So I think just going to wait and see, Shearer. I'm just going to wait and see. But this is a very different winter to last winter. I think we can already say that, you know, we're pretty good, you know, whatever the word is. You know, I think this is very much a different winter to what we had last year. Mark Smith, Gavin, is for northern blocking. Excuse me, is for northern blocking still there towards the Canadian side? Didn't 68, 69 go like this and it came back? Yeah, we had a mild January with northern blocking in 69, and then the blocking went to Greenland and we set it up properly. James Young is here. Drink to James Young. Thank you so much, my friend. Mark saying, Gavin, with the models all over the place about whether does that mean the cold weather can't come back again during winter, or doesn't it? The cold could come and go. It could come and go, Mark. Right, James098 checked in. So thank you so much to our moderators for being here. Luke R is here as well. Good evening to Luke. Thank you so much, my friend. Right, I think something happened at the bottom of the live chat, so let's have a quick look at that. And what's going on? What's going on? Oh, wow. Lee Stevens, become a GavsWeatherVids channel member. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Lee, for doing that. That's absolutely amazing. It's incredible. Thank you so much, my friend, for becoming a channel member for GavsWeatherVids. We will give you a shout out at the beginning of tomorrow, 10 to 14 day. Thank you so much, Lee, for becoming a GavsWeatherVids channel member. That is unbelievable. Goodness gracious me, we're at 22 concurrent viewers with 35 thumbs up. Please smash the like button, everybody. Let YouTube know that you're enjoying this watching. It'd be absolutely fantastic if you can do that. Right, let's get back up to where I was. Where did I get to? Where did I get to? Mark, I think it was. So, Gavin. I'm so sorry once again. Gavin, if we didn't have a gold stream, would the pattern we're having now still bring us cold and snow off the Atlantic? We have a kind of similar pattern to Iceland or Norway, I suspect. Steffi, it says Steffi Adcock. Good evening, Steph. Thank you so much, Steffi Adcock, for checking in. Mark, Gavin, is that right? The problem at the moment is having a high back again over Spain and Europe. Yeah, we're trying. The weather's trying to get itself back into like a positive NAO type setup. We'll wait and see how successful that is. Right, okay, let's have a look, Best of Sweden, hello to you, my friend. Good evening to the best of Sweden. Right, okay, also got Shiram saying hello, Gavin. What is the mechanism which forces the Atlantic to win over a cold block of air? I think the jet stream is the primary driver for that, Shiram. Just the fact that blocking tends in the end to just run out of steam, you know, and the block tends to just fizzle in the end, with the jet stream continuously barreling up against that block. In the end, you know, the jet stream will 9 times out of 10 break it down. Nigel Cliff is here. How to you? Hi, Gavin. I hope you had a nice holiday in New York last week. Did you have much snow coming in there in Northampton? We had a little dusting, not a lot. We had a little dusting. Thank you so much, my friend. Yes, I had a lovely time in New York. Paul Gerling is here. How to you, Paul? Thank you so much, my friend. GXD10 is here as well. Good evening to you, GXD. And Trish checked in too. JL is here. Good evening to JL. Thank you so much, my friend, for being here. James here and IGH saying so pretty much gone here. Just some icy pavements now. Be careful on those icy pavements, James. Shiram is about the historic video. Yes, it will be looking at all February 2nd data. Shiram, all Candlemas days. That's what won the poll, you know, over Valentine's. So yes, that's what we'll be looking at. And work has already commenced. Austin Weather Obsessed is here. To you, my friend. Good evening. And Benjamin Dover is here as well. Good evening to Benjamin Dover. Mark, yes, I did get your song. I've not listened to it yet. I am going to have a listen to it a little bit later. I've been so busy working, my friend. But I will have a listen to that. I know you've got a fantastic voice, so I can't wait to have a listen to it. Mark is a proper singer. Mark Kanish, proper singer. You should be sharing that on your Facebook page. And that, Mark, and you're a really great singer. So I'll have a listen to that a little bit later on when I'm finally able to start relaxing on this evening. Benjamin Dover, hello to you. Benny D is here. Good evening. Thank you so much for being here. Right, okay, Ray Lover. Hello to you, Raymondo. Thank you so much to Ray Lover. Now we've also got I've also got David Squirrel. Hello to you, David Squirrel, and 100% Finley Boy is here as well. Good evening, Finley, and good evening to David Squirrel. I think something's happening at the bottom of the live chat, so let's have a quick look at that. Oh, wow, yes, Ryan! Subia! Stick your fingers in your ears, everybody. Subia! Super chat! Woo! Yes, Ryan, I know Ensembles is spelt wrong. I'm going to fix it. After the live, I've had a very busy evening, Ryan. So, it's been manic. It's been manic here in the towers. And, yes, I will fix that, my friend. I will. I will fix it after the end of the live stream. Thank you so much for your super chat, Ryan. While I'm at the bottom of the live chat, channel member chat from the best of Sweden. How are you all feeling about Christmas? Are you excited? Do you think we might get some snow? I reckon, I know you're in Sweden, I reckon in the north of the UK, there's going to be snow. So I reckon Scotland, possibly Northern Ireland, Northern England, I think they're going to be a little bit slow this Christmas. Where I said it, rainbow where I am in the towers, and anywhere further south. But I reckon they're going to be a little bit slow around this Christmas, so we'll see how that particular prediction works out. I'm feeling all right about Christmas. You know, it's going to be a different Christmas for me, obviously. But that's it, you know. I'm going to make the best of it. I'm going to be having Christmas Day with the family, with my brother, you know, and his sister-in-law and nephews and that. So Christmas Day is going to be lovely with the family. I'm going to be spending Christmas Eve with you, live streaming, hopefully. Well, I definitely will be live streaming, but I hope that some of you will be able to check into that. So that will be late on Christmas Eve into the opening minutes of Christmas Day. So that'll be very, very nice. And then for Boxing Day, I'm not sure. I might just have like a Star Wars day. On Boxing Day, I might spend the day watching Star Wars. Now, with the, just off on a little bit of tangent, with the Christmas historic video. So, there's two things we can do with this. I'm not going to be here in the towers on Christmas Day, so I could release it. Could release a video on Christmas Day morning before I set off, spend the day with family, and just have it as a regular upload. I could hold it back to Boxing Day and premiere it on Boxing Day. So it's whatever the community wants, you know. I'm happy with whatever the community wants. If you'd like a premiere, then we can do it on Boxing Day when I'm back here in the towers, or just release it as a regular video, you know, on Christmas morning before I set off. So let me know, everybody, what you would prefer, premiere or just a regular premiere on Boxing Day, or just a regular video release on Christmas morning. Right, okay. Oh, Richard Trott. What's this? We've got some news on Fluffy. Oh, wow. Let's have a look. Right, I have some news at GavsWeatherVids. Fluffy the Bunny is having a huffy. Oh dear. But I have emailed you. As I have negotiated. Oh, right, okay, Rich. So Fluffy's on strike, is he? But we've got a Fluffy replacement. Oh, well, that's interesting, Rich. That's very, 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 very interesting. Thank you so much, my friend. I'll have a look at that email after the video, and we'll put old Fluffy in his place, shall we? We'll put Fluffy in his place. Trying to hold out a hard bargain, I think. That bunny always had ideas above his stations, didn't he, Rich? Very, very much a diva. Fluffy was a real diva, actually, behind the scenes, wasn't he? So, well, that's a turn up for the book, isn't it? That's a turn up for the book. Thank you for letting me know, Rich. Thanks for letting me know. Right, okay, we're 103 can go viewers with 45 thumbs up. Please smash the like button, everybody, and let YouTube know that you're enjoying this live. It'd be absolutely fantastic if you can all do that. Right, I'll go back up the live chat and get back to where I was, if I can find where I got, which I probably won't be able to, so I'll just have to take it from some random place, probably. Right, okay, Gail, send me to do it, and I did. Hello to you, my friend. And Jack Lowe, good evening to Jack. Thank you so much, Jack Lowe, for being on the live stream tonight. James 298, Met Office say snow for me on Christmas Day, but also Friday and Saturday live. I think you're going to do all right, James, for snow up there in Scotland. There, I said it. Famous last words. If it all goes down the tube, don't blame me. Outdoor Adventures in Ireland. Hello to you, my friend. And Paul's Aviation Journey. Hello to you. Good evening, my friend. Finley is asking what the poll for Historic Weather video was. We was picking the day, whether we want to look at all February 2nd or all February 14th. And February 2nd won the battle. So that's what we're going to do. Kevin Tui, hello to you. Hi Gab, is it going to turn cold in my area called Island? Regards from Kevin. We're going to have a look at 12Z and the Ensemble, GFS Ensembles, very, very shortly, my friend. But I'm going to be mired up to Christmas, definitely. It might get cold between Christmas and New Year. Monty, it's going to Monty Pio, thank you so much, Monty, straight into the live stream. Tayyip Khan, hello to you, my friend. Trevor Hall is as well. Good into Trevor. Hayley Hodson. Hello to you, Hayley. Thank you so much for being here. That's amazing. That's incredible. Thank you so much, Hayley, for checking in. Ben Riley. Hello, Gavin. The weather monitor's still up and down, but I reckon if we don't have any snow between Christmas and New Year, I reckon we will have snow events in January, February, and March. It's got that sort of feel about it this winter so far, hasn't it, Ben? So, you know, we might keep it mild up to New Year, but maybe when we get into January, February, March, maybe we'll get a little bit of snow then. Michael Johnson, hello to you. Good evening, Michael Johnson. Thank you so much for being here. Shiram, hello, Gavin. Is it true that the only months in the year you cannot get snow are July and August? Yes, in theory, although I would think in the modern climate it's going to be very difficult to get snow away from Scottish mountains in September as well. But yes, in theory, July and August are the 2 months where snow has never been recorded historically. Chris Clifford, hello to you, my friend. Good evening, GavsWeatherVids off work now. Christmas holidays have begun. Congratulations, my friend. I'm so pleased that you're on your Christmas holidays now. I'm going to be working right the way up to Christmas. There's no let up for Gav, but it's all good because I had a week in New York. So, well, not a week, but I had a few days in New York. So I am refreshed and raring to go right the way up to Christmas. Paul James, that's you, my friend. Saying under the right conditions you get snow in any month. Yeah, I reckon like only on the top of Scottish mountains, so July and August. I don't think like you can get it widely. I think that's what Shirab means. Thank you so much to our moderators, James 298 and Paul James for moderator. That's absolutely amazing. Thank you so much. Neil is here, Neil Cutler, even Gav and everyone are missing the cold winter weather already. Although maybe not too long to wait. I know you love it, Neil. Yes, it's so much milder today, isn't it? Real turn up for the book, isn't it, after how cold it's been. Thank you so much to Neil for being here. Jonathan Ashton, no heating on tonight, and a cold beer to beer. I have got the fire on very low here at the tower, but I haven't got the heating on. It certainly is a lot milder, isn't it? Billy Boy saying, I love all your live streams. They're really funny and chill and good. Thank you so much, Finley. So pleased we can keep you entertained, my friend. Austin's weather obsessed. My quiz at school went very well today. Questions were a lot easier than I thought they'd be. Due to general knowledge and Christmas-themed questions. I'm so pleased you had a nice day, Austin. Talking of quizzes, don't forget Ben. Ben Enty will be doing a quiz on his channel on Thursday. So that's going to be absolutely fantastic. That's coming up on Thursday. The lovely, lovely Ben is going to be Quizmaster Ben. And I should be in a live chat on that. So that's going to be coming up on Thursday evening. I think around 7:30ish, Ben said. But I have to confirm the time. But yes, Ben's going to be Quizmaster Ben on Thursday. And I shall be in the live chat with that. And we'll be having a laugh. So that's going to be a lot of fun. Hopefully I'll see you, Ben, on Ben's stream. Lee Stevens, over to you, my friend. Thank you so much for becoming a channel member. James Young, Gav, I've just had a look at the ECM weeklies for January, and the 500 millibar heights look very interesting. Do they, James? Maybe we should have a look at that. Shall I get that up, and maybe we can have a quick look at the ECXN. We do that on a Tuesday morning, of course, but we could have a little sneaky peeky at it. Although I do note that when it comes out, it tends to run really slow at the ecmdev.int website, so I might not be able to do this. I'm trying to get website up now, but it's not working, but sorry, package has not been found. I'll keep trying, James. We might have a little look at that if the website comes up, but it's just whether you know, there's a lot of interest at the moment with those extended EC charts, and when they first update, the website does tend to run really slow, which is why I tend to wait until the next day to reveal all. Right, okay, Steffi Adcock. Steffi saying, Finley, it's an Atlantic wind, so the wind chill is not that much. That's right, yeah, mild compared to an easterly. Hold on, everybody. And I'm so sorry once again. Sam Parker is here, going to you, my friend. JL is asking me, do I think we could get a colder January and February? I mean, I wouldn't rule it out. We wasn't ruling out the possibility within our winter forecast. We said, sorry once again, we said the most likely scenario is cold to start and then get milder later on, but we are not ruling anything out, which is why we're going to do our midwinter review. Michael Hill, good evening to you. Thank you so much, Michael Hill, for being on the live stream tonight. Shim is asking, could we get the coldest winter since 2012-13? Who knows? Maybe, Shira. Right, okay, I think we're going to come down to the bottom of the live chat. Oh, wow. Stick your fingers in your ears, everybody. Super chat. Thank you so much to Andre Alford. Some money towards your heating. Thank you so much, my friend. I'm going to need it. To heat the towers. Thank you so much. That's incredibly kind of you. Thank you so much for doing that. Richard said lots of people pinched our sneaky peeky ideas this year, didn't they? At GavsWeatherVids. It's true, Rich. We're the trendsetters, aren't we? Sneaky peeky. Right, thank you so much, Andre, for that incredibly kind super chat. In around 3 or 4 minutes, we're going to start screen capturing. We're going to do it. Right, okay, let's just have a little sip of tea. Right, okay, where did I get to? Finley wants a shout out in the next 10-day forecast. I shall see what I can do, Finn. I'll see what I can do. Kim Goodwin, good evening to you, Kim. Thank you so much for being here. Jake Mitchell, hello to you. Good evening to Jake Mitchell. Right, where am I? Darth Vader, the winter in 2018 was really good too with snow. So it was here until April. Yeah, cold for Northern Europe in 2018, wasn't it? Right, by the way, if I miss anybody in my live chat, then please give me a thumbs up emoji, a waving emoji, some kind of emoji. I'll give you a shout out before we start screen capturing in around 2 or 3 minutes time. Right, Derek Cocklow, I think that is. Hello to you, my friend. Good evening. Right, okay, let's come down. Let's come down. Let's have a look. Mark Coker, hello to you. And James Jukebox 2 is here. Hello to you, my friend. Mark Lish, Gavin, when you say an update about the Christmas setup with the models is like last Christmas, do you agree it's definitely a different December to last year? It's true. Christmas is panning out, you know, kind of on an eye bench like it was last year, but overall this is a very different December to last year with much more way of northern blocking. Elf Haring, hello to you, my friend, saying, hey, Gav, some models say that the north of Denmark can't get snow. Can get snow, I should say, on Friday and Saturday. How much of Denmark will get snow? I mean, I don't know, Elf. I haven't looked at it in detail, but I reckon the further north you go into Europe, and further into Northern Europe you go, the greater the chance of snow is going to be. So I reckon there is a decent chance of like a white Scandinavian Christmas. Right, okay, Donald Penman, hello to you, my friend. This year proves that we can get cold weather, get a cold winter anytime in a solar cycle. That's true as well. Yes, you can. Sharon would rather have video on Xmas Day. Paul James, Gav, was born in 1977, so just a young pup in 81, 89. Do you have vague memories of 81, 82? But only very vague memories of mainly watching the weather with my dad, actually, on the BBC. amount on BC forecast. But I have a little vague recollection of like snow being on the ground. I reckon like I can remember snow on the ground on Christmas Day, actually, that year. It's a very cold Christmas Day as well. Jake March Jones is here. To you, my friend. Sam Parker, Fluffy's on strike. Yes, that bunny has got too big for his boots, really. So it sounds like we've got a replacement. Sounds like we've got a Fluffy replacement. So that'll put him in his place, won't it? Jonathan Stockley, hello to you, my friend. Good evening to you, Jonathan Stockley. Thank you so much for being here. Right, okay, I'm going to come down to the bottom of live chat. I'm going to have to start screen capturing very, very shortly. So let's come down to the bottom of the live chat. Right, hello to all of you at the bottom of the live chat. And, wow, Paul Girling. Super chat. Woo. Thank you so much to Paul Girling, for a brilliant guy with the big heart, with a big heart. Kind regards, Paul. Thank you so much. That's incredibly kind. That is incredibly kind, my friend. Thank you so much for your super chat. Yeah, right, so I'm going to shout out all the super chatters. I promise you I will do that. Chris Clifford at GavsWeatherVids. Did you remember survey which happened in February 1990? Only very vaguely. We didn't get that much. In February 1990. We had a little dusting, but not a lot here in that February. I remember February 1991, of course, was a really cold February, but I don't really remember. February 1990. It doesn't particularly stand out. Kirk Ford, hello to you, my friend. Ghosting Presence is here. Finley, damn, at GavsWeatherVids is almost 50 years old. I am not. I am 45. Don't put another 5 years on me, Finley. I'm old enough as it is. Oh, somebody's wasted their money on a super chat as well. Thank you so much to that person who's wasted their money. Well, YouTube will pass it on to me anyway, though. So, you know, I get the money anyway. I get the money anyway. You've wasted your money, and I get it passed on to me by YouTube either way. So thank you so much. Right, Mikey, you sound a better chance of me than me, Jack. Okay, having a chat amongst yourselves. I think. Is Jack going to get a little bit of snow? Maybe Jack Lowe going to get a little bit of snow. Right, okay. I think I'm pretty much shouted out everybody I need to shout out. Kim Goodwin, Gav, with all the global warming, yes. Could a 1966-1945 happen again? What's the chances? Anything is possible. December 2010, but December to remember tells us that anything is possible with the weather. Never say never with the weather. Right, okay, I'm going to start screen capturing now. It's been an epic live stream. Thank you so much, everybody. It's been absolutely fantastic. Please smash the like button. We're at 143 concurrent viewers. That's a massive live stream. 143 concurrent viewers with 55 thumbs up. So please give us a like on the video. Thank you so much, or on the live stream. Thank you so much, everybody, for doing that. Right, so I'm going to start screen capturing. And we're going to bring you Ensembles Watch for the first time this winter. Before I do that, let's just try and refresh that page at the ECMDF.int website. Is it going to come up? Is it going to go? Okay, so we may be in business. We might have a look at that a little bit later on. Right, OSB! SB, 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 SB. Thank you so much, Alpha SB. Can't believe I'm saying this, but it's too warm. SB is too warm. You like it cold though, SB, don't you? You like it cold. Chris Clifford, we had nearly 1 foot of snow here in Eastern England, February 1990. Did you really? It was great at GavsWeatherVids. Are you sure you're not mixing it up with 1991? I wonder if you're, if that's 1991. There's a lot of snow in February 1991. I'm not sure about February 1990. Rich will know about that. Oh, Ryan. Stick your fingers in your ears, everyone. Super shout. Woo, 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 woo. Ryan saying, let's see what those ensembles are doing. 12 and eyes. All right, Ryan. Ryan's trying to get me to get a move on, I think. I think he is. Right, okay. Well, we are going to do that. So I want to start swing capturing for you right now. So let's do it. Right, so we're going to turn the webcam off for this, I think. I'm so trying to put it. I hope my voice holds up. Going to turn the webcam off. The image is going as well. I'll be back before the end of the live stream to wrap things up, but the image is going to go as well. So you're in darkness now. You've been plunged into darkness, but not for long. Here we go. And we're display capturing on this Monday. It's been an epic live stream so far. And we've still got so much left to show you. Still got so much left to show you. So I tell you what we're going to do. First of all, what should we do first of all? Should we have a look at 12Z? I think we better do Ensembles Watch, then look at the rest of the 12Z, and then maybe have a look at some long range. Right, we're going to be here for a little while. We've got a lot of data to get through, and I have been enjoying myself far too much. JL, having a really great time. Thank you so much, my friend. So have I been doing, and I've got a little bit behind, I think, because I've got a lot to show. So I tell you what we'll do first of all. We'll have a look at the GFS 12Z. Now, this was a real turn-up of the book. I don't know what's going on with the GFS at the moment. But it's churning out like run after run, but turning things really cold. The 12Z was no exception. So we're beginning at 72 hours, Thursday, 22nd of December. Here we go with low pressure in off the Atlantic. So still relatively mild, wet and windy on Thursday. Oh, I'm going to enable the hover. What am I doing? There we go. Right, okay. So into Friday, low pressure clears away to the east. We start to pull down colder winds from the north. A little bit of cold snap into Christmas Eve. Before on Christmas Day, low pressure starts coming in from off the Atlantic. That low is coming into quite cold air. And I can tell you that does deliver some snow for northern and western areas on the precipitation type forecast from the GFS. We'll have a look at that in a mo. That low gets out of way on Boxing Day. Cold winds coming back into the north. Notice this big blocking area of high pressure again getting going towards Greenland. And then we go off into the Christmas to New Year period. So this is 28th of December. We're firmly establishing a cold northerly. But look at this low around the Bay of Biscay. That starts pushing northwards. And we set up a real snowstorm there around the 28th, 29th of December with that area of low pressure pushing north into the cold air that's being delivered by that Greenland blocking area of high pressure. Rain in the extreme south, excuse me again, rain in the extreme south, but snow widely across many parts of England. That low gets out of the way then by Friday, 30th of December. We go back into very cold northerly winds, and then we keep it cold into the new year as well. Another little chopping, more snow to the north there for New Year's Eve. Then we keep that high pressure close to the country into the opening days of January. Opening days of 2023 stays cold and is frosty and, you know, very, very wintry into the beginning of the new year. That high pressure over top of the country by the 4th of January as far as we get to. With the GFS 12Z, what a turn up for the book that was. Right, so that is how the operational GFS is looking. Now, we're going to compare that to the GFS ensembles. We're going to start off with the control run. So I've got a lot to get through. I try to whiz through these as quickly as we can. Okay, starting on Thursday, looking relatively mild, wet and windy. That low pressure clears away into Christmas Day. Colder air digs into the north, more low in the south, bringing milder, wetter conditions there. Boxing Day, drawing up a southerly wind, so that's turning mild and wetter, but notice it is building high pressure around Greenland and Iceland. What's going to come of that? Let's have a quick look. So the control run not turning things cold tonight, just keeps low pressure coming in from off the Atlantic. until we get into the new year and just keeps low pressure going. So the control run, GFS control run, is relatively mild till the very end, and then we start to pull down some colder air from the north. Ensemble member number 1, here we go. Ensemble member number 1, looking mild, wet and windy on Thursday. What's going to happen with that low? We get into Christmas, that low clears eastwards, high pressure builds around Greenland, Iceland. Winds turn into a colder northerly. Low pressure and pushed up against that, bringing wet weather into the west and south. So we go milder, wetter and windier with southerly southwest winds with ensemble member number 1. Actually looking really mild by the time we get through to the new year. Wet and windy, low pressure driving in from off the Atlantic. Ensemble member number 2, looking like this. Again, low pressure, bringing milder conditions on Thursday with quite a bit of rain. Into the Christmas period, colder air starts digging in from the north, especially to northern parts of the country, with high pressure out to the west of the country. We go cold and high pressure between Christmas and New Year. That will bring the gruesome to some, little bit of frost and fog with that, and then we start dragging up milder air from the southwest as we get into the opening days of January. Pack 1 is also going milder. Ensemble member number 3, looking like this, with low pressure once more through the country on Thursday. Cold air digging into Scotland though by Christmas Eve with both easy winds. And then we go to the Christmas to New Year period, and we bring in colder air from the east widely across the country. This area of low pressure sinks southwards, and high pressure is in over the country, mostly dry, cold and frosty, heading up to the new year. Plenty of a gruesome twosome with that. Milder into the opening days of January for the north, but still probably cold and frosty down in the south. Ensemble member number 4, again rather wet, windy on Thursday, heading into the Christmas period. This is how we're looking. Ensemble member number 4, low pressure knocking around the country, probably bringing snow to Scotland, maybe a little winteriness to northern England and also to Northern Ireland. Rain further south, and then we head on into Boxing Day, starting to bring colder air in from the north. Then the high pressure sits out to our west, so we're on the periphery of cold conditions really as we head in towards the opening days of January. Low pressure is coming in from the Atlantic. That's possibly setting up quite a prolonged cold spell by the new year. Ensemble member number 5, again looks like this, or once more. We've got unsettled conditions on Thursday with plenty of wet and windy weather to come. The low pressure clears away to the east. We pull down cold air across the country by Boxing Day. So this one turns cold from Christmas Day to Boxing Day. Probably with snow showers in the north between Christmas and New Year. High pressure ridges in across the country, bringing mostly dry, cold, frosty conditions. Stays cold and frosty right way into the opening days of January as well, before it starts to turn milder, wetter and windier once again. Ensemble member number 6 has low pressure bringing mild, wet, windy weather across the country from off the Atlantic through the end of next week. Then we get into Christmas, we pull down colder air from the north there. Christmas Eve into Christmas Day. Low pressure ends up pushing up from the south into that cold air. That might deliver some snow from central areas, southern parts of the country, turning milder. This is a very complex setup, I have to say. And then into the new year, we're establishing an Atlantic flow, so turning milder, wetter and windier into the new year. Ensemble member number 6. Ensemble member number 7, once more, looks unsettled and relatively mild on Thursday. The low pressure clears through the country as we get into Christmas Day. Cold, high pressure building around Iceland, cold air digging in from the north, at least trying to. This low around Biscay is a complicating factor though. So we finish up looking like that by the time we get through to New Year. We've got high pressure east, low pressure to the west, and that low pressure keeping it relatively mild into the opening days of January. Ensemble member number 8 is looking like this. Again, mild, wet, windy on Thursday. What's going to happen after that? We're going to pull in some colder air from the north as we go into the Christmas period, especially in the northern half of the country, struggling to get that cold air down into the south. But then the high pressure is in over the top of the country between Christmas and New Year, mostly dry, cold and frosty. The high pressure trying to get to Scandinavia, but I think there's too much energy in the Atlantic to allow that. So we go into a milder, wetter and windier spell of weather. Ensemble member number 9, again with low pressure through the country on Thursday, but being more wet and windy weather with it. Then that low pressure clears away to the east. We start to bring down colder air picking to the northern half of the country over Christmas. And then this is kind of similar to the operational run. We bring that low pressure into the cold air, probably get some snow, maybe through central parts of the country with that below, then clears away to the east around the 29th of December, and very cold air starts to dig back in from the north. We go under high pressure as we get into the opening days of January, mostly dry, cold and frosty under that area of high pressure. Ensemble member number 10, again, it's looking rather mild, wet and windy on Thursday. What's going to happen as we get to Christmas? So we keep low pressure around the country, cold air digging into the north, but restricted to the far north of Scotland there, I think, with number 10. Until after Christmas. Remember, low pressure goes east, high pressure builds out to our northwest. All areas turn colder then under that area of high pressure. By the new year, we go into a milder southerly southwesterly flow, so that brings a milder spell for the new year. Ensemble member number 11 looks like this, so rather mild, wet and windy. Excuse me once more, rather mild, wet and windy on Thursday. Cold air digs into Scotland into Christmas. By Christmas Day, we're all looking pretty cold there, I think. We're Ensemble member number 11, main drive, and low pressure coming up from the southwest as we get beyond Christmas. That turns it milder, wetter and windier. High pressure trying to build over Scandinavia with this particular ensemble member. So into early January, we start getting low pressure to our south and high pressure to our northeast. That could deliver some snow to more southern parts of the country. That looks quite cold into the new year. Ensemble member number 12, again looking rather mild, wet and windy as we go up towards Christmas. Over Christmas turning drier and colder perhaps for a little while, and then low pressure comes back in like Boxing Day, brings further spells of rain and go back into northerly winds then 28th of December after Christmas. What happens as we get towards the new year? So high pressure sits out to our west, mostly dry, probably quite calm and frosty into the opening days of January there with number 12. Ensemble member number 13, once more, it's looking rather mild, wet and windy as we go through the to the Christmas period, then we turn dry and colder. Over Christmas, more wet weather coming up from the southwest on Boxing Day. Could be some gale force winds in with that. Generally mild, wet, windy with ensemble member number 13 right way through to the end. Ensemble member number 14 looks like that. Low pressure again coming in from off the Atlantic, bringing further spells of rain on Thursday, then we turn dry and colder, perhaps a while around Christmas Day, before it turns wetter again as we get in towards Boxing Day. Heading on in towards the Christmas New Year period, high pressure builds to our north, so this is turning dry and cold up to the New Year. Winds in from the east with number 14, so that's cold for the end of the year and into the beginning of January, perhaps turning milder by the 4th, although he's trying to build up a Scandinavian high. Then on some end of 15, we're halfway through at this point, showing again low pressure through the country on Thursday with spells of rain, cold air digging into the north through Christmas Eve, mostly dry and cold, I would have thought there on Christmas Day, and then low pressure back in off the Atlantic, bringing milder weather to the south, cold weather in the north. Notice again high pressure around Greenland and Iceland, so northern areas look quite cold between Christmas and New Year, and that cold air does eventually start getting down into the southern part of the country. We are halfway through. What do you make of it so far, everybody? 179 concurrent viewers. Wow, wow, wow. Massive live stream. Please smash that like button. Everybody, let YouTube know that you're enjoying this live stream. It'd be absolutely fantastic if you can do that. Thank you so much, everybody. What a live stream. Can we get this to 200 concurrent before we get it wrapped up? What do we think, everybody? Can we get to 200 concurrent? Can we get to 200 concurrent? I wonder. Shiram, hints of 78, 79 there with the channel low. Yeah, the hints are there, aren't they, Shiram? Simon Hill, 89-90 was quite mild. 1991 did have some cold and snowy spells. It's true, especially in February. Richard, also February 1991, impressive for London. Maximum temperature of -4 to -6. Between the 6th and the 7th. It was brutal cold. Brutal cold, Rich. Absolutely incredible. Amazing, absolutely incredible. Right, okay. Let's come down to the bottom of the live chat. So are we enjoying Ensembles Watch so far? I hope we are, everybody. I hope we're enjoying it up to this point. Right, okay, let's persevere then. So we're going to have a look at Ensemble number 16 next. Here we go then. So let's see what that one's doing. Low pressure again through the country, bringing further spells of wet weather with it on Thursday into Friday. Cold air digs into the north, otherwise low pressure keeps the generally mild and unsettled weather going into the Christmas period. And beyond Christmas, we have that deep area of low pressure turning into a very significant storm actually, around 27th of December, sweeping through the country. High pressure then follows that, turns drier and colder between Christmas and New Year, before mild westerly, southwesterlies get back in as we get into the New Year. I have to say, there's not much support for the GFS Trials and operational run so far. I'm not seeing many of the Ensemble members that are going in that direction. Let's see what Ensemble member number 17 has to say. So once more, we've got an unsettled day coming up on Thursday. Then we start introducing colder air from the north into Friday and Christmas Eve. Christmas Day probably mainly dry, quite cold, and then low pressure comes up from the southwest. That comes in quite cold air, so it could deliver some winteriness on the northern edge. Notice Ensemble member 17 is building up quite a big area of high pressure around Greenland, Iceland, so gets the wind back into the northeast. This is a little bit more like it. This is a colder Ensemble member as we get to between Christmas and New Year. We're bringing a properly cold east-northeast wind, and there will be some snow there with Ensemble member number 17. What happens as we get towards the New Year? So we keep it cold really into the New Year with high pressure again out to our west, and northerly winds are maintained. That's about the kind of Ensemble member we've seen so far, I think, other than the operational run, of course. Ensemble member number 18, again rather mild, wet and windy as we go through into Thursday. That clears out of the way, that low clears out of the way into Christmas Day. Cold air begins to dig in from the north, turning drier and colder for Christmas Day. Boxing Day then starts moving that low pressure. This is more like the operational as well. Some member number 18. Now the Ensemble member starting to get more interesting. Wow. So this is more like the operational as well. This will probably deliver snow as that low pressure comes into that cold air, as into those easterly winds. Maybe a significant serve there around the 28th, 29th of December. Then the high pressure's back in over the top of the country, mostly dry, cold and frosty before we start turning milder in towards the New Year with winds in from a southerly southwesterly direction, so a mild start to 2023. And then Ensemble member number 19 is rather wet on Thursday with low pressure in control of the weather into Christmas. That low pressure clears out of the way. The wind goes into the north for Christmas Day, so that looks like quite a cold, mainly dry Christmas Day. Low pressure then down to our southwest, trying to drag up milder air from the south. Have got the cold air fighting against that from the north, so rain in the south, snow probably in the north, and then that low pressure clears out of the way. High pressure builds to the north. We get wind into the east and the northeast, looking drier and colder as we get to the end of the year and into the start of 2023. Ensemble member number 20, with low pressure once more coming in from off the Atlantic. At Christmas, we go colder with those northerly winds on Christmas Day. They'll bring snow showers into the north and northeast of the country. Rich. James. Beyond that, we start getting low pressure out to our west and southwest. That low pressure comes in off the Atlantic. As Christmas turns milder, wetter and windy with that area of low pressure, high pressure trying to build out to the northwest as well. So this is relatively mild and unsettled between Christmas and the New Year. Ensemble member number 21, showing once more low pressure clearing out of the country by Christmas Day, turning drier and colder. Then into Boxing Day, we've got low pressure on south, high pressure blocking around Greenland, Iceland, probably snow somewhere through the central phase of the country, central part of the country, I should say. Then between Christmas and New Year, main dry, cold and frosty, low pressure back in as we get into the opening days of January, milder and wetter then. Ensemble member number 22, showing that cold air digs in from the north as we go to Christmas Eve. Christmas Day looking mostly dry, cold and frosty, then low pressure flirting with the south. There could be some snow on the northern edge of that low pressure. Notice heights rising around Greenland and Iceland. Most of these Ensemble members are raising the heights around Greenland and Iceland It's just this area of low pressure, you know, to our west-southwest. That's the complicating factor. If that low pressure ends up close to Spain, then we will turn cold with this blocking area of high pressure around Greenland and Iceland. We are drawing in like a proper easterly anyway with this ensemble member, so this is a very cold ensemble member. I think number 22. Right way up to the new year, looking pretty cold with easy winds, and it turns milder into the opening days of January. Ensemble member number 23 looks like that, and again that low pressure is clearing away to the east on Christmas Day. Colder air coming back in from the north once more. Then the high pressure sitting over the country between Christmas and New Year, that turning milder between Christmas and New Year, and then go into a flatter westerly zonal flow. Ensemble member number 24 shows that the cold air digs in around Christmas Eve, that sort of time into the north anyway, a little bit less so down south, heading into Boxing Day and beyond it. High pressure building around Iceland and Greenland, low pressure to west southwest. Never really getting the cold air in with that particular ensemble member, finishing up with southerly winds. Ensemble member number 25, we're drawing towards the end of these ensemble members now. Ensemble member number 25 brings colder air in from the north around Christmas Day, especially into the northern half of the country. It does build up high pressure around Greenland and Iceland as well. By the way, I think this is going to draw in a cold. Oh yes, this is what the coldest we've seen so far. I think properly cold easterly winds there. Just after Christmas, around 28, 29, drawing proper cold easterly, staying cold as we get in towards the New Year as well. That high pressure sitting right over top of the country. How cold do those easterlies get? Let's have a look. So yeah, proper cold with those easterly winds, especially so in the northern half of the country there. Ensemble member number 25. Ensemble member number 26 looks like this. So once more, rather mild up to Christmas, but it turns colder over Christmas with winds in from the north. High pressure then builds towards Scandinavia, low pressure to our south-southwest. So that looks very unsettled for the south, probably still the northern edge of that area of low pressure. It's a case of battle line drawn, let battle commence. Ensemble member number 27 looks like this. Cold air comes down from the north as we get into the Christmas period, especially in the northern half of the country. We're under high pressure, gruesome twosome, dry, cold and frosty with that one until we get into the new year, and we'll start to turn milder from the south and from the southwest. Ensemble member number 28 looks like this. So once more, that low pressure clears out of the way for Christmas. Return being colder, especially so in the northern half of the country. Not for long, back to milder, wetter, windier weather as we get to between Christmas and New Year, and that carries on into early January. Winds in from the north by then. Ensemble member number 29, penultimately, looks like that. So again, high pressure is around Greenland and Iceland by Boxing Day. Winds are into a cold northerly, and then between Christmas and New Year, that high pressure sits over the country, dry, cold, frosty for a while, and that keeps us mostly dry, cold, and frosty into the New Year, actually under that ridge of high pressure, milder by the beginning of January. And then lastly, ensemble member number 30 looks like that, and again, cold northern winds being drawn in around the Christmas period, especially into the northern half of the country. Beyond that, we've got a battle going on. High pressure is to our north around Scandinavia, low pressure is to our southwest. So let battle commence basically with rain in the south, probably some snow in the north. We finish up looking like that on the 4th of January. That's all the ensembles, everybody, at 178 concurrent view. Thank you so much, everyone. Please smash that like button. Let YouTube know that you enjoy this live stream. It'll be absolutely fantastic. Thank you so much, everybody, for doing that. 76 likes, so please give us a thumbs up. Thank you so much. We'll have a look at the 12Z. Next, shall we? Let's have a look at the rest of the 12Z. So that's the GFS ensemble done. Let's just have a look at the ensemble graph. Why not do that? So this is for Edinburgh, still looking quite cold across Scotland there, you'll notice. Between Christmas and the New Year, the white line ensemble mean going pretty cold there, between -5 -10 at 850 HPA. What about further south to Birmingham? So they're not as convincingly cold. Lot of scattering. A lot of cold on some members, some of them very cold, but there are several milder on some of them too. So lots of scatter for Birmingham. It's how far southwards we drive that cold air and even less convincing on the cold for London. By the time we get down to London, you know, between Christmas and New Year, it's even less convincing. So it's still a case that it's all to play for this Christmas, and it is still not sorted out. Let's have a look at the rest of the 12Z then. So, starting off with the UK Met Euro run, so rather unsettled as we go from Friday into Saturday. That low pressure clears away to the east on Christmas Eve. Cold air coming in from north. And a ridge of high pressure for Christmas Day. That will be mostly cold, actually dry and cold on Christmas Day there. Nice and seasonal. Then this area of low pressure comes in from off the Atlantic as we get in towards Boxing Day. Remember, that's coming to quite cold air. That might deliver some snow in the north and the northeast, but it's turning milder down in the south. Right, ICOM 12Z looking like this. So again, the end of the week rather unsettled. We get it a little bit cool, not as cold as like UK Met, a little bit colder though by Christmas Day with ICOM. And then high pressure east, low pressure west up to Boxing Day. That brings the wind up from the south and stays unsettled. And then the GM looks like that. So once more, as we get through into Friday, we've got that area of low pressure flirting with the country. Doesn't look like the GM's going to bring anything cold up to Christmas. Keeps it relatively mild up to Christmas, and then beyond that though does turn colder between Christmas and New Year. So by day 10, 29th of December, drawing down those cold northerly winds with the GEM. And then lastly we've got the ECMWF, which looks like this, and so again unsettled into Christmas, not particularly cold either. Into Christmas relatively mild and wet for Christmas with the ECM. After Christmas, then the low pressure clears away to the east, we turn things drier and colder under that ridge of high pressure, low pressure coming back in from the Atlantic by day 10. So it's a real mess this. We still don't have any certainty for Christmas. Do you want to have a look at the precipitation type forecast based on that GFS 12Z run, everyone? Would you like to do that? Would you like to do that? Have a look at the precipitation type forecast, see how much snow occurred with that GFS 12Z run. If you'd like to do that, please give me a thumbs up emoji. We can do that, and then we'll have a look at the ECM weeklies, and I think we'll be pretty much done on this live stream. It's been an epic live stream so far. Shiram, not many options here locking in the deep freeze. There aren't, are there, Shiram? It's a real mess. Okay. Let's have a look. Yes, okay, best of Sweden. Wants to see precipitation type forecast. 9298, 27, that's Baker. Sam Parker, GXD, Mickey Pierce, Haley Hodgson, Paul Cooper, Jack Lowe, Michael Johnson, Luke R. You all want to see the precipitation type forecast based on that very wintry, where am I going? That very wintry GFS 12Z run. Let's do that for you, Ben. So we want to go to here. And then we want to go to precipitation type, we want to go to UK, precipitation type, there we go. Right, so this is the precipitation type forecast based on that epic and very cold GFS operation run. Remember, this is not very well supported though within the GFS ensemble, so just keep that at the back of your mind, everyone. This run is not well supported by the GFS ensembles. Right, so starting off, of course, with rain because it's mild, plenty of wet weather to come over the next few days. A little bit of snow, central Scotland, but otherwise, up to the end of this week, it's looking wet. Now, by Friday, the rain is turning increasingly to snow across Scotland, England, Wales, and Ireland, looking very wet on Friday, the eve of Christmas Eve. Into Christmas Eve itself, the snow begins to move southwards, so the snow starts to push southwards from Scotland into Northern Ireland and Northern England on Christmas Eve. Even some showing up into towards parts of Wales and the North Midlands by the end of Christmas Eve. We're left by the end of Christmas Eve afternoon and evening with snow showers draped around the coast. Most places are dry by that point. Now into Christmas Day, this area of precipitation coming in of the Atlantic into that cold air brings a very significant snow event to parts of southern Scotland, Northern Ireland, and particularly to northern England. So Christmas Day delivering a snow event there for the northern half of the country, rain further south, of course. By Boxing Day, the snow mostly restricted to northern parts of Scotland. But then, of course, it starts turning colder again after Boxing Day, and snow comes back into Scotland and Northern Ireland. Significant and heavy snow coming through there. And then, of course, we start to bring that low pressure up from the south, that channel low. And check this out. Significant snow starting to fall in the south as we get into Wednesday. And that just turns heavier. That's a proper snow event there, north of the M4 from much of Wales and Midlands. I'll be in for a very nice event with that by the end of 28th of December. Of course, rain further south, but coming land, there's a very substantial snow event taking place there. By the 29th of December, the snow is beginning to ease eastwards as well as that low pressure moves eastwards and we pull wind into cold northerly winds. So by northeasterly winds. So by the 30th of December, we're all very cold. There's lots of snow showers being drawn in on those northerly and northeast winds. And then we keep it cold and wintry right the way into the new year with further snow possibilities and chances. What a run that GFS 12Z run was. Unfortunately, for people who like cold and snow, there was a great deal of support from that within the GFS ensembles. Let's have a look at these weeklies that we've heard are interesting from the ECM. So hopefully ECM.WF.int will load. I don't know, is it going to? I wonder, is this going to come up? It does struggle on the opening night when the charts are revealed, this website, because there's lots of people pulling the charts, off the website. So I don't think this is going to load. I don't think we're going to be able to do this. Oh, wow. No, there we go. We can do it. Right, let's have a look at the North Pole view down there with 500 millibar heights. Again, this is running very slowly because of the number of people that are pulling this data off the website. So this is going to take a little while. We might not be able to do this, everyone. Data unavailable. No, we're not going to be able to do it. I'll bring it in the morning with the European outlook. I'm so sorry about that, but the ECM.int is dodgy, on the evening that the charts are revealed. So I'm very sorry. Let's just refresh the page one more time, see if we can get those charts up. But I don't think we're going to be able to do this. I'm very, very sorry about that, everybody, but it's just not coming up. The website's running too slowly with the number of people that are downloading the charts and the data at the moment. No, we can't do that. I'm so sorry. Last thing to look at is CFS V2. We're nearly at the end of the live stream now, being absolutely epic. So I just want to show you January 700 millibar heights and already looking very different now with this January. A mid-Atlantic ridge towards Greenland, trough of low pressure across the west of Europe. There is some high pressure towards the eastern parts of Europe. You could envisage that could deliver some cold snaps into January with that trough of low pressure probably through northern and western Europe. So the CFS is shifting a little bit for January. For February, though, still flat as a pancake, still going zonal, low pressure to the north, high pressure to the south, and winds in from the west and from the southwest. Well, we're at the end of the live stream now. It's been absolutely epic. Thank you so much, everybody. It's been a massive, massive live stream. It's been great. Thank you so much. James Young, don't worry, Dad. It's very strange tonight. There's a lot of people downloading those charts, James. I know there is. Everybody's on tenterhooks to see what's going to happen. So, it will be calmed down by the morning, so I'll be able to bring you that in the morning. Wow, super chat from Kirk Form, thank you, Gav. What you do really helps me because I do a lot of rod and line fishing, and weather is really important to you. Thank you so much, my friend. That is incredibly kind of you. Thank you so much. Jake is worried that we're spoiling into the usual Monday UK winter weather now. Been here so many times before. Let's wait and see, my friend. A front-loaded winter, colder early on was always expected, but maybe we'll be able to pull something off. Right, we're at the end of the live stream now. It's been absolutely epic. Thank you so much, everybody. If everybody say thanks to our moderators, that would be lovely. Everybody say thanks to Paul James 098, and to SB. That would be absolutely fantastic. Thank you so much to the moderators. Right, let's put the image up and the webcam. It came back up as well. Hello, I have returned on this live stream. I'll just shout out our super chatters before we go. So thank you so much for your kindness and generosity to Lee Stevens. We're becoming a channel member. You'll get a shout out, Lee, at the beginning of tomorrow, 10 to 14 day. Thank you so much, my friend. Thank you so much for your kindness and generosity to Ryan56. Thank you so much for your kindness and generosity to Andre Alford. Thank you so much for your kindness and generosity to Ryan56 again. Thank you so much for your kindness and generosity to Paul Gerling. Thank you so much for your kindness and generosity to Kirk Ford. And there are a couple of channel member chats I think I missed. So Sam Parker said, I love the sneaky peeky gift. Nearly been a member for 2 years. Thank you so much, my friend. It's absolutely fantastic, wasn't it? And Transport Manchester, with a channel member chat, saying has been a member for 4 months. When was the last time he had a proper Scandi? Probably Beach from the East, February to March 2018, I would have thought. Although we did get a little bit of Scandinavian blocking in 2020, 2021, actually February 2021 had a Scandinavian high, I think. Right, okay, we're up here writing. Dylan's here, Dylan Holbrook. Thank you so much, Dylan, for checking in. We've just hit 100 concurrent, 121 concurrent years with 100 thumbs up, so thank you so much for getting us to 100 likes. Before you check out the stream, please smash the like button. Thank you so much, everybody, for doing that. Jack Lowe, cheers, Gav, mods and all. Hope you get some Christmas snow. Fingers crossed. The North looks best place with this, I think. But we should wait and see. There is a lot of divergence within those models still for Christmas. It's less than a week away, but you know, I think there could still be a twist or two with this. I suspect we'll probably know by about Wednesday, Thursday, one way or t'other. Oh, wow, Simon Spires, thank you so much for your super chat. Thank you so much, Simon. That's incredibly kind. Should we do it one last time? Why not? Super chat. Woo. Thank you so much to Simon Spires for that super chat. That is amazing and incredible. Thank you so much, Simon, for that. Right, we're up the end of live stream. Now, it's been epic. Please leave a comment and a like before you check out. Just coming up tomorrow, we're going to have the 6 AM upload. We will have that extended ECM data for Europe, extended European Outlook. I'll have a 10 to 14 day for you too tomorrow as well. Going to be live streaming again on Wednesday. We'll live stream 10 to 14 days, so I shall see you live for that one. Don't forget, we've got a Christmas Eve live stream coming up as well. If you're around the channel late on Christmas Eve, probably from around 10:30, just into the first 5-10 minutes of Christmas Day, then check in to our Christmas Eve live stream. It's going to be nice and chill, you know, it's going to be a lovely Christmas Eve. So hopefully I'll be able to see a few of you for that one. Stay safe and stay well on this much milder Monday evening. We're going to see you live soon, either on Wednesday on Christmas Eve or after that. But for this Monday night live stream, that's all for now. And thank you so much for watching. And bye for now. Enjoy the rest of your evening. Good night.